Every day, something dramatic happens in the Caribbean that affects our lives. We'll give you the details. We'll give you the facts on Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick. Here's Eddie Frederick.
So glad you can join us. Crime has been costing businesses in Trinidad and Tobago millions in security. This story takes the lead in today's edition of Caribbean Perspective from Wednesday, 18th October 2023. Brought to you in association with our friends at Antillian Group. Details when we return.
Believe in our strength, we'll stand by you. Protection from all, perils big and small. Reassurance we give, it's so glad to see. Peace of mind, that's our service guarantee. We look after all our family. Yes, we do at every opportunity.
Antillian Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.
Welcome back. Business owners have been digging deeper into their pockets to protect their establishments and earnings from the criminal elements in Trinidad and Tobago. They told CNC3's reporter Shaliza Hassanali that securing their businesses is costing them millions of dollars.
Business owners have been forced to spend millions of dollars yearly to implement security measures to protect their lives, earning, and merchandise as the crime rate increases. President of the San Fernando Business Association, Daphne Bartlett, estimated their security cost to be in the millions.
About 6 million. We did have state calculation.
Why? It's because of the services the business owners have been seeking, Bartlett said. They range from upgrading security cameras to...
You must have a security guard, at least one, in your store. And there are many business owners who require security on their way home, and some are even including them in their private property at home.
And she says the mounting expenses are crippling their businesses. In Port of Spain, where daring daylight robberies have been increasing, President of the Downtown Owners and Merchants Association, Gregory Aboud, told CNC3 News his members' security bill is higher.
It is our estimate that the annual cost, additional cost, of security in the city of Port of Spain is in excess of $10 million per annum.
This money is being used to pay for
daytime guard services, alarm systems, alarm monitoring systems, guard response services.
The majority of money spent, he said, focused on the protection of business places during the night and not on shoppers. It's why he makes a renewed call to the Finance Minister, Colin Imbert, to use a portion of the property tax to fight crime in the capital city, using the successful Business Improvement Districts concept in New York. As criminal elements continue to run amok in the country, Aboud said the business community has been feeling
defeated.
Shaliza Hassanali, CNC3 News.
In light of the recent spate of fires, concerns have been brewing over the lack of critical equipment within the fire service for officers to effectively perform their duties. Referring specifically to the issue of limited breathing apparatus sets, Trinidad and Tobago's National Security Minister Fitzgerald Hines assured the public during Monday's Standing Finance Committee that there are presently sufficient kits between stations to handle such emergencies. TTT News has more.
Apparatus sets to attend to more than one fire at the same time.
Per station.
Yeah. In the fire service. Because the fire service, on the basis of its resources, like every other organization, spreads them around as is sensible and reasonable in the view of the chief fire officer, and moves around apparatus, whether it's tenders or breathing sets, in accordance with his professional determination as to the need.
Minister Hines did admit, however, that the situation is far from ideal and revealed future plans for each firefighter to have their own personalized units. In the meantime, he said the current supply is being allocated and repaired while the ministry awaits the 225 units already approved and purchased, though the minister could not give a date on availability.
The lead of opposition business in Trinidad and Tobago in the Senate, Wade Mark, says let the government take action in court if it has proof of wrongdoing in the UNC-led government in 2015 regarding a contract for the phase of the San Fernando to Point Forte highway project. TV6's Jewel Brown reports.
If the government has proof of what it is talking about, let the government take action.
Opposition Senator Wade Mark on Sunday, responding to a question about claims made by Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley on Saturday, including that 3 days before the 2015 general election, that the then UNC-led government could have but did not terminate its contract with Brazilian firm OAS when the contractor became bankrupt during a phase of the San Fernando to Point Forte highway project.
I am saying to Dr. Rowley, if you believe what you have said, take action and stop crying like a cry baby.
Prime Minister Rowley said that the PNM administration he leads was able to recover some $970 million.
Because of what the UNC did in taking out the clause, leaving OS with a legal argument that there is no clause binding us to give up these bonds, the matter is still in the court.
Senator Mark referred to what he said was a NITCO document.
This project was evaluated and decisions taken by the then PNM administration in May of 2010. And they are the ones who chose, may I remind you, the company called OAS as the preferred respondent for the contract for Package 3.
Works and Transport Minister Rohan Sinanan said on Saturday,
that tender closed in May 7th, 2010, under People's National Movement government. That year, we had an election. When the tender was closed, there was an identified bidder, which was OAS. They were the identified bidder on the project. But on hindsight, the bid price came in higher than the engineer's estimate. A decision was taken that they will shelve this project until after the elections because they need to negotiate with the contractor, which is what we do now.
The UNC-led People's Partnership won the general election held on May 24th, 2010.
I'm saying on the 4th of July 2011, NITCO then entered into agreement. In other words, the contract was signed on the 4th of July. But on the 14th, in March, NITCO tell them, go ahead, $7 billion, you get it, start. No contract.
Senator Mark said on Sunday,
let them take the matter to the relevant authorities. Let the matter be prosecuted. If you said I did something wrong, take me to the court. Stop making allegations. They are about to call a general election, you know.
The next general election is due in 2025. Jewel Brown, TV6 News.
You're listening to Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick,
in association with our friends at
Antillean Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.
Bahamas' Prime Minister Philip Davis makes official visit to the Vatican Palace to confer with the Pope.
Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, paying an official visit with His Holiness Pope Francis in Rome, Italy today. Following that meeting, Prime Minister Davis will meet with the Cardinal Secretary of the State of the Holy See. On Sunday, October 15th, 2023, Prime Minister Davis will travel to Canada for the Canada-CARICOM Summit scheduled for October 16th to the 20th, 2023. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau will chair the summit, along with the Prime Minister of Dominica, who is the current chair of CARICOM.
The current Labour administration in St. Kitts and Nevis prides itself on the pursuit of a good governance agenda, inclusive of transparency and accountability. But on the matter of citizenship by investment program, even the most basic of requests seems to lead to an invisible wall. Glenn Bart of SKN Newsline reports.
It is noted that previous administrations did not provide fundamental answers either to the number of passports approved under the program, the number of economic citizens that the country has, or even a breakdown on how CBI financial inflows are allocated. Since early 2023, at least 2 media houses, members of the Media Association of St. Kitts and Nevis, have sought to obtain interviews with the head of the Citizenship by Investment Unit based on the recommendation of the Prime Minister that details on the CBI program must be obtained from the CIU. Here is what has been said when media personnel asked for information on CBI-approved passports, economic citizens, or availability of statistics on the program. The examples provided here are from the Prime Minister's press conference of 18th January 2023 and from SKNIS's program in focus of 27 September 2023.
With respect to the total number of CBI, we, as you know, went through a whole transition. We now have a new CEO of the unit who has done an audit with respect to those questions. You're asking very specific questions as to the number, the amount, and the number of passports or citizenship associated with a particular project, how much we gave, and so forth. So those numbers, I will direct you to get the answers to that, so that you can have closure to that. And now that we have gone through the transition and the audit is being done, those questions now would be able to be answered.
And finally, I'd want to touch on, as you mentioned, in terms of the publication possibly of statistics. Any idea, a timeline when that might be done?
Well, we are working on a lot of things right now. And I am not going to say to you that it's going to happen next week or next month, but I can assure you that on my watch it is going to happen.
From the CEO's own words, therefore, to a member of the Government's Information Service, SKNIS, there is no timeline except for his tenure as head of the Citizenship by Investment Unit. Glenn Bart reporting for SKN Newsline.
The Customs and Narcotics Unit in Guyana has stated that there is no evidence suggesting that 1,000 kilos of cocaine were loaded onto a ship within Guyana's territorial waters amidst an ongoing international investigation. Travis Chase of HGP Nightly News offers more insights.
The Customs Anti-Narcotics Unit CANU is maintaining that the vessel which was intercepted 2 weeks ago with 4 Guyanese and 2 Albanians with over 1 ton or 1,000 kilos of cocaine in the Atlantic Ocean left Guyana without this substance on board. Head of CANU James Singh, in a release to the media, said that while the vessel Matthew is Guyana registered but did not depart from the country without getting the necessary clearance from the Guyana Maritime Administration, there is strong intelligence that the vessel was loaded at sea, coupled with the fact that when intercepted, there was equipment on deck that was used in the transfer of heavy cargo while at sea, as seen in all the seizures. Nightly News had reported that the operation was carried out in collaboration with the American Drug Enforcement Agency and the Spanish Navy. For this reason, CANU says that Guyana played an integral part in this operation and continues to be part of the ongoing investigation since it involved a transatlantic drug trafficking network. The anti-drug agency went on to say that this recent seizure is one of numerous operations for this year, in which Guyana has played a crucial role that has resulted in the seizures of several tons of cocaine and the arrests of several individuals. These operations, according to CANU, involved the transfer of drugs at sea using vessels that passed through Guyana's exclusive economic zone, and in one case, the vessel collected cargo in Guyana and was then loaded with cocaine after it departed the country's waters. When the vessel was searched 2 weeks ago, the agents found 40 bundles of the pellets that are normally used for the transfer of the cocaine, hydrochloride, on the stern cover. While they were unloading the boat, 40 large bales of cocaine were discovered hidden under the deck. In total, the cocaine weighed 1,000 kilos. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News.
I am Eddie Frederick. This has been Caribbean Perspective, a whole new approach to highlighting developments in the Caribbean. In the meantime, please follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel for daily regional news and more, in association with our friends at Antillian Group.
Believe in our strength, we'll stand by you. Protection from all perils, big and small. Reassurance we give, it's so clear to see. Peace of mind, that's our service guarantee. We look after all our family. Yes, we do at every opportunity.
Antillian Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.